It's Christine Williams with the Soulful Guild. I'm bringing you a cup of glow. It's just after 8 o'clock. You're either on your way to work, getting ready for work, in bed wishing you didn't have to go to work, or you're me doing my work. Anyway, it's a beautiful morning. Are experiencing this new beautiful change in the weather. And the mornings are cool. And I came to visit my mom last night, and I woke up in my old familiar sounds. I could hear the coyotes out there in their little pack, ravaging the neighborhood. And then this morning, the chickens and the dogs, and I got to witness the sun come up. That's something that I just love to do, is to meet the sun. Good morning, sunshine. That's what I love. Anyway, here I am. It's a new day. What a week. What a week. Um, I laugh because I think they could never get, when I say worse, I just mean complex. Complex is the word. Every day is wonderful, but it can be so full of complexities and change and things happening. And, yesterday our card was on focus, and that was so excellent. It took a lot of focus for me to get through my day and uh, to get through the night. And just because of thoughts and things and life and this and that, it doesn't have to be huge for it to be something that is difficult to get through. Anyway, um, so with all the complexities, it was really great to have a focus card. So I'm really grateful for the opportunity to pull these cards every morning, and maybe we can share them together, and maybe our days can be, we can join in energy and hope and prayers and whatever it is that it takes to get us through our days. It's so helpful for me. I've really enjoyed using Colette Baron Reed's wisdom cards. Um, she has several wisdom decks and other decks. I really, really enjoy her decks because, sorry, morning eyes. Uh, I really like wisdom is a great word. The information she gives, and that's what we really need. We need to use wisdom in what we're doing, so that we can have the best possible outcome. So the card that I pulled this morning, and I love the background because this reminds me so much of up where I live, up in the canyons, the time of year that's happening. It's birth and rebirth, but this is more telling of spring, but it looks like the fall. And so I really love this picture and this card. Um, and then the message is really beautiful. I'm just watching the doves fly by. Okay, let me read this message. Birth and rebirth. So if birth isn't bad enough, right? We have to do it again. We laugh. We laugh together. For any of you who have either we're still trying to get over our birth, the fact that we're humans here on this planet, or we have had babies and we are trying to forget about how that, I'm jesting here. We're talking about the hard part. And it's a good thing we forget because we wouldn't do it again. But then a rebirth, yet again, So this card is really beautiful. As I read it, it really gives a beautiful perspective. Let me share that with you. Inspiration and new life are here. Oh, hallelujah. That's wonderful, isn't it? Rejoice, for spring is in the air. Now, spring may not be in the air, literally, but let's say energetically and spiritually, spring is a time of change and rebirth, right? Something that's coming up again. But as we know, plants that regenerate, come back up in the spring, are different every year. So we know what the seed was, and we know what it looked like last year. But what will it look like this year? So let's talk about our spirits for a minute. Let's talk about our energetic bodies and even our physical bodies. We know what they've been. What do we want them to be? How can we move forward in creating and being excited about this new thing that is coming about? This marker bodes well any new project, endeavor, relationship, or idea to take shape and be birthed into the world. It also reminds you that anything old or painful can be brought forth or transformed by a new and creative perspective. Oh my goodness, I love that. I love that. By a new and creative perspective. Rebirth. Isn't that what rebirth is? The bringing forth of something old, transforming it with a new and creative perspective. Wow, that alone feels really, really wonderful. Really wonderful. This card asks that you align yourself with the mystery of spirit, the true source of creative energy and power. None of us are inspired without the subtle and profound influences of the soul's longing and urges of the divine. Remember the prayer. Make me a channel for divine creativity. Use me as an instrument of higher will, and watch the miracles unfold. Isn't that beautiful? I just thought that was a beautiful, beautiful message. Oh, I think I skipped a verse here. That would be me. This marker reminds you that the process leading up to birth can feel cumbersome. Oh, yeah, of course I missed this part. Restrictive, painful, and never ending. Yet, the final shifts bring an extraordinary gift of new life, a new vision born of surrender, and a total release. That's probably the most important thing, and I left it out until the very end. Know that you've come far and are in place to celebrate your ideas and all things anew. All things. That is so beautiful. I love that card. I love that message because, we're going to get it right, and we're just going to keep recreating ourselves until we do. And it takes creativity, it takes focus, it takes time, it takes wisdom. And what's your hurry? What's my hurry? Why don't we slow down and enjoy the journey, even though sometimes we wish we could get off the train, right? Or we think, this is not where I started going. This was not the direction I was headed on my journey. Nevertheless, it's the journey that this is where you are. Where are you? Bloom where you're planted and be that thing which you are meant to be. Beautifully growing, ever changing, evolving, and rebirthing. And as the bee flies around me, it reminds me to look for the nectar and look for the honey in life. That's what the bee is a reminder of. So in the midst of all the stuff, don't forget to look for the honey. Don't forget to remember it's okay to release and to surrender and to recalibrate into a new birth of you, better than the old. That's kind of exciting. Colette Byrne reads Wisdom of Avalon. Thank you, Colette. Love her cards and cup of glow to you. Good morning. Have a beautiful day.